Tropical update as of 8 a.m. PST, July 23rd. Tropical storm Gazelle has run into a problem. I mean, call it SAL. We can show you the SAL surge. Look at this line. And what it has done is it got into the center of the circulation and has weakened our tropical cyclone. So over the next 24 to 36 hours, this thing's going to have problems, in which some of the globals did catch this. The NAC does mention, like the ECMWF UK map, but still, the environment afterwards should be very favorable with warm sea surface temperatures of light shear. So it will probably reach striking, in my opinion. Once in the Caribbean, there could be a little less favorable environment. So I think AC says this. I mean, clearly weakens it after 72 hours, but then otherwise they bring it up to 70 knots by 36 hours. I'm a little, as of right now, I'm a little less optimistic based on what we're seeing. But I still believe this thing could become a hurricane based on the environment before it reaches the Windward Islands. Look at the intensity models. Most of them take it as a hurricane, so there's no reason to believe it won't. But I think it's probably going to be a borderline hurricane, maybe 65 knots. And most intensity models don't even weaken it in the Caribbean anymore. So we'll have to see about that. But climatologically, at least the Caribbean trends weaken systems. So that's what we got. Zero models agree with the NAC forecast track, taking it west-northwest, potentially in the Gulf. Now on to A, which is our depression. This is moving west-northwestward in the Gulf of Mexico. Has 30 knot winds based on satellite estimate. Air Force Recon is heading towards it, and it is appearing to becoming better organized, moving 285. And the batch to turn more westward by 48 to 60 hours, and also west after about 72 hours, which we can see in the forecast track. And you can see this in the model. Hurricane model, GFS neighborhood, CMC. As for intensity, the NAC says intensity generally shows around 45 knots. The NAC says around 35 knots. $35 to 45 knots based on the latest advice. Earlier advisories only like 35 to 40 knots. So they're more in line with a little bit more optimistic intensity forecast. I agree. Clearly, because the organization of this system is really organized. Blossoming convection, rowdy final sea, conditions halfway favorable to the coast. I mean, if I were to give my opinion, I'd probably see 50, 55 knots. I mean, there's really nothing to suggest that couldn't intensity models do show the possibility of it. Lastly, we're going to look at Douglas, which is our hurricane, which in my opinion is probably a borderline Cat 4. Very well organized. RD59. Intensity is leveling off around 105 knots. I think it's probably closer to 110. The sea surface temperature is going to dip below 26 C pretty soon in the next 24 to 36 hours. So I expect clear weakening as we move 290 by 17 and expecting to head west-northwestward over the next 3 to 5 days. I think it's definitely going to be a effect on Hawaii. Let's look at our track, which threatens the Line Islands. The hurricane models all agree with this DFS neighbors. Intensity models show that it's peaking out right now, and we're going to have a weakening. So it'll probably be a borderline tropical storm hurricane by the time it reaches Hawaii, maybe a little bit weaker. Let's take a look at our 20% system. Not looking very good. I don't expect formation. There's Douglas. Actually, Trump book big.